coin again that phrase of Tina Turner's song. You could say that we're asking the question, what's love got to do with it? At a time when Buddhism was arising out of Hinduism, there were souls who emerged, who embodied the essences of both the old and the new. And they were called siddhas. And there are some wonderful stories of them. And one such story is about a man called Katali. Now, Katali was a rag picker, one of those souls who cut the fabric of discarded garments and pieced the pieces together into reusable cloth. But Katali, like his father and his father's father before him, had never known pleasure nor a full belly. But one day, when he was sewing his cloth, the needle slipped and caused blood to flow all over the piece of cloth that he'd been painstakingly sewing together for many hours. And it seemed that this was the moment when life was unbearable. So with a cry rising from the depths of the pain of his soul, he dropped the piece of cloth and jumped up and ran out, tears flowing down his cheeks, wailing like his soul had reached the moment of ultimate suffering, until he found himself in the charnel grounds, the cemetery grounds, and there he lay writhing with the physical, mental and emotional pain seemingly of the ages emanating from his throat. But it so happened that a great Dakini called Vitali, the epitome of the emptiness of the elements, heard his cries, and appearing as an old woman, came and asked him, what was it that was arising from the depths of this pain? And Vitali told his story. Now, the Dakini said, it seems that you, like your father and your father's father before you, are caught on the wheels of karma, the wheel of birth and death, endless suffering, and a great wail of recognition again arose from his lips as he heard these words. And then the great Dakini asked him, do you want to end this suffering? Will you undertake a sadhana, a practice which will end this? Crying and on his knees, please, just tell me what I need to do and I will do it. So the great Vitali Dakini gave him initiation and what was called empowerment, and explained to him the practice that he had to undertake. So following his Dakinis advice. He did what she had said, but he found that his mind would still stray out into existence, into the world. Where was his next meal coming from? All of those things that had bedeviled him, and those who had come before. And again his Dakini appeared before him and gave him this advice. Take your one-pointed needle of attention and thread it with compassion. Take the pieces of cloth that represent the sentient beings, the sufferings of life, and sew them together to bring awareness of the unity, the oneness, the interrelatedness of all things, which will bring for you the recognition of your wholeness, and also the experience that beyond this wholeness lies emptiness, from which all things arise. He followed this practice diligently with all his being and received the ultimate experience and recognition that emptiness is compassion and compassion is emptiness. From this place he served existence for the rest of his days, becoming one of the great siddhas of his time, blessed with that which is called the siddhis that arise from this. So asking this question, what's love got to do with it? The question is asked, what kind of love is this story expressing, bringing to our awareness? What love is this? When we combine, as was said, the one-pointed needle of attention threaded with compassion and wielded, bringing together all the aspects of life to wholeness, bringing the experience of what lies as the essence of all things and that from which they arise. What is this love? What say you?